So it's documented in the report that your client entered a guilty plea before
My client
being
never pled
transported
guilty,
to
Your Honor. He never pled guilty. And this is a two-part response. One, he never pled guilty. Two, the warrant is also for the transport that he was allegedly broken out of. How can he plead guilty for that if he was never caught until today? That doesn't make any sense.
I can clarify.
Go ahead.
The warrant isn't for the transport. The warrant is so that he serves the time for the charges in which he was processed that day, which he was billed for.
He never pled guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. Is Cade here?
Yes.
He is here.
Could you have him come up? Cade, to your approach, please.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, I popped up.
Your Honor, this guy's a very incompetent police officer. He wears a camouflage vest as a fashion choice. Like this is an action movie, not real life.
I'm wearing it because I'm wearing part of my TRT uniform that has sheriff in the back.
I don't care about the uniforms.
Yeah, I know this guy's making weird remarks.
What's going on with you wrote in your statement that the client that the defendant pled guilty to the underlying charges before being transported?
Yeah, he pled guilty in exchange for
guilty,
the he's speaking to me. The client pled guilty alongside Cole Cascade. They both pled guilty in exchange for 250 months as their time served.
My client never pled guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. Was Mr. Buddha present for the guilty plea?
I was not.
I don't think he was, but there was more other officers as well as the 4 other people in there also pled guilty. One did not plead guilty.
Yeah, this is classic PD. Wants to blanket everybody as one person, Your Honor. This is why we need to argue these charges here in court today.
I mean, it's in the statements that the one guy didn't plead guilty, and then it's in the statement that the 4 that did plead guilty did plead guilty.
Do you want clarity on what statements he's talking about?
Yeah.
The statements don't matter. My client never pled guilty, Your Honor. He never pled guilty. This was never recorded anywhere.
So right. They're saying it's recorded in multiple officer statements.
Right. The band of jabronis who get together in the corner and then talk for about 2 hours to make sure all their stories are online.
What other? So I've read Cade's statement where it indicates the guilty plea. Where else does it indicate that he pled guilty? What other officers witnessed this?
We do have. I mean, Sergeant Dakota was a witness to it, which he will be present shortly. He was present in the cells when it happened. I am a witness just to Cade acknowledging that he pled guilty. I didn't hear it myself in the cell, so I won't count myself.
Okay.
But it is stated in Cade's statement specifically that he pled guilty.
Yeah, again, like I said, this was the deal that was made by
a deal was never made,
in exchange for 250 months of his time.
A deal was never made.
I'd like to enter Deputy Bruce Collins as a legal counsel on our behalf, Your Honor, as well.
All right, let's go speak with the defendant.
Clark, stick to your fucking story, bro.
You are too ugly.
You guys can come back here.
You're very professional.
Oh,
hello, Mr. Mason.
Hello, Your Honor.
All right. What we're trying to clarify right now is multiple officer statements here indicate that when you were in custody for the incident that you've been arrested for, the warrant that you were arrested for, that you entered a guilty plea in exchange for 250 months off. You were billed and then allegedly broken out of custody during transport. Is that the case, or did you plead not guilty?
I pled not guilty, Your Honor.
Perjury is a crazy charge.
Bro, we're gonna need the cameras in this motherfucking cells, bro. I'm sick and tired of criminal thugs like this guy right here that keeps saying some like.
You're a gangster with a badge. Shut your fucking mouth.
The commentary is.
It's a good thing he's not under oath, so he can't perjure himself.
You don't need to be under oath to perjure yourself.
All right.
It's just
again, banter back and forth isn't necessary here. Give me a moment. I'm gonna take a second to figure out how to deal with this, and we'll proceed in a moment. Okay.
No worries, Your Honor. Take your time.
All right. It's going to be looked into further, essentially whether he pled guilty or not. There's going to be an investigation conducted by the marshals into that. For right now, what's going to happen is we're going to proceed with a bench trial for the incident that took place today. The incident 8753, the defendant is to be processed as not guilty and subject to the outcome of that appeal.
This is an absolute fucking joke.
Of that investigation. Again, so like I said, he's being marked as not guilty, and once it's looked into,
we're here to fight the warrant, Your Honor.
So again, he was apprehended for a separate incident today. I understand.
Yeah, and he had a warrant for his arrest that we are here to contest, Your Honor.
And there's conflicting testimony as to whether or not your client already pled guilty or not to that, which I'm looking to get to the bottom of, as opposed to just saying
how is a marshal going to discover whether he pled guilty or not?
Interrogation of the officers that were involved.
So the officers who've had ample time to get all their fucking stories together.
I assure you the marshals are capable of coming to a determination as to whether or not there was collusion amongst the officers to lie in the report.
Right.
Absent taking them face value and just saying your client pled guilty due to the multiple.
I just don't understand why we can't
testimony.
argue these charges when every officer that put up that warrant
I'm
is
not
here
saying
right
you
now.
can't argue the charges because the issue is, as a procedural matter, there's a contest from the state stating your client already pled guilty and that he should be processed as such. You're saying that your client should go to trial on those charges. I'm saying rather than making a determination on that right now, I'm going to have further investigation done into the matter to determine exactly what happened. And if he did not, in fact, plead guilty, he's more than welcome to contest those charges on the docket. We don't have the ability to go through that entire investigation right now for me to come to that determination.
So this
I'm
is
not
an
gonna make that
absolute waste of
determination
fucking time
without
we're
the
doing right
evidence.
here then, Your Honor.
If you would like to not proceed with the bench trial on the charges today and take everything to the docket,
I mean, you
that
got
is
officers here who are
entirely-
going to blatantly lie on some bullshit because they're scared to fucking battle it in the court because they can't do their fucking jobs and prove that this guy even attempted to kill 11 officers. I have to fucking stand here and waste my fucking time, brother. This is
I
absolutely
can't make
ridiculous.
that
You
determination.
have the most unprofessional, incompetent officers fucking running around as a fucking gang. It's just fucking sad what's happening here. Stacking charges on every single person that goes in that fucking cell. Their fucking charges are stacked. There's no evidence recorded. There's no proof of anything because they know nobody will contest shit. Look at this fucking dweeb here. This kid should be in fucking high school. This fucking malnourished fuck with a big nose. This is ridiculous.
I
Real
understand
professional,
that
real
you're
professional.
frustrated. We can't proceed with that incident right this moment. Like I said, assuming that it turns out that your client, in fact, did not plead guilty or there's not sufficient evidence to show that
I
he
don't
did plead guilty.
understand how a marshal
we're
is
going to
going
take
to
it to the
discover this.
docket.
But all right, let's just keep wasting time. And these fucking marshals are wizards apparently with fucking glass balls that can go in the fucking past to figure out what the fuck happened. This is embarrassing. The justice system is fucking embarrassing. You're fucked.
Are we proceeding with the trial on today's charges or not?
No, we're not, Your Honor.
Okay.
You're on a live
Go
to
ahead and
apologize
process
on
the
his behalf,
defendant.
okay?
Hey, bring him back to school, man.
Sorry,
Tell him
what?
to get your coffee or something. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe he'll learn how to do it.
You guys can go ahead and transport the defendant back to PD then.
Hey, Denzel, send me that pic.
We'll see, Dan. We'll see you on the streets, brother.